Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Life with Coffee. I'm your host, Michaela, joined by my lovely husband.
I get to be lovely today, Denzel.
And today we are doing a Q&A, kind of let's get to know one another. You get to know us more, things like that.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about what we're drinking.
Ooh. So I kind of switched it up today. I'm not drinking any coffee. Gasp. I'm actually drinking peppermint tea from Trader Joe's.
That's it. There's nothing in it.
Nothing in it. I usually am not when it comes to tea, to drink it black. I usually will put honey and like apple cider vinegar in there, even though you hate that.
It stinks.
It's good. But I decided to just not put anything in it. And it's not bad. Especially because it's peppermint, so it has a nice little minty freshness to it. So it's pretty cool.
I'm the opposite. I have hot chocolate with a shot of espresso and peppermint tea. So it's peppermint
tea.
I mean, peppermint whipped cream, although it melted. It's peppermint hot cocoa, peppermint whipped cream, and then the Nespresso pod that I don't really remember which one it was, but that's what I'm drinking.
It would have been super next level if it was peppermint flavored coffee as well.
Yeah, I actually had that this morning, but it wasn't an espresso pod. It was just regular
coffee.
So I had peppermint coffee with peppermint cream.
I remember the other day I did that. I felt like I was like adding so much peppermint. Like I did a shot of espresso, but then I had the peppermint cocoa mix. I put peppermint sticks in there, like you did, and peppermint whipped cream. I thought I did something else too, but I guess I didn't. But it's just like peppermint on peppermint on peppermint. So it's just a interesting drink, but kind of fun if you like peppermint flavor stuff.
I love it.
Which I used to not, honestly, until we got together, and then I started liking it. But like she'll even eat peppermint ice cream. Like I never was a mint flathead peppermint, but this is more mint flavored.
Yeah, mint
I was never
chip.
a mint flavored ice cream type person. So I'm still not really, but I'm more likely to drink it, to eat it now. So yeah.
Yeah. And you can see, changing topics, that we're in a different location again. So I guess from last week we were in our room, and now you're seeing a glimpse of our Christmas tree
in the living room
and our living room. And
yeah, I think this one looks the best so far.
I do too.
I think we may have found the sweet spot.
Yeah, for sure.
The lighting just looks the best, and then you have the nice depth back there for all my videographers and filmmakers out there. It's really nice depth, and then have a nice little background light there to create that separation, add some three-dimensionality.
This is not a video. This is not a video tutorial.
Oh well. I guess if you want to see video tutorials, check me out on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Images by Zell.
But like I said, we're doing question and answer, just to kind of get to know you guys, get to know us, and we get to hear funny stories about each other.
Yeah.
So I have a list on my phone, and it's called It's a Date Night. I think it's just a photo on Google that I found, and it has questions. So they're about you, about me, or about us.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a category.
Oh, it was categories. It's like a game show.
Well, one of those categories, you pick about you, about me.
All right.
Or about us.
Am I answering the question? Or are we both answering?
No, you're going to answer the question.
Okay, so I just choose. All right, let me go about us.
Okay. What would you like us to do together that we haven't done before?
So I would probably say do a cross-country trip. Mm-hmm. So basically from here to the West Coast.
Would you want it to be in an RV or like something that we slept in? Or would it be like we stay in Airbnbs or like cool things on the way?
I could do both. In my mind, I see like an RV type situation. Mm-hmm. But it might be cool to basically book Airbnbs like along the way.
Yeah.
I think that probably would be pretty fun because when you go to a place, you could stay there. So I honestly, I can see doing, but the other one feels, if you do the RV, it feels like it's camping to me, which also adds another layer to it.
It's also something that we haven't done together.
Camping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I go like back and forth because I feel like the Airbnbs would be cool because I just like looking at different houses and things, and like there's just cool Airbnbs, like especially on the West Coast. I feel like I see all the cool ones.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of cool stuff out there.
So that would be cool, but then at the same time, like you could be traveling like 12-hour days, and I feel like it'd be more comfortable if it was like we were in an RV.
Right, because you're already in your home.
Yeah.
You just find a little rest stop area or something. But I don't know, rest stop areas could be sketchy unless you find a campground situation. But you would obviously plan all that stuff out.
Right.
But I wouldn't want to rush it though. I would have wanted to I wouldn't want to be like, oh, we're trying to do this in 3 days. Like it would be about the adventure of like making the stops, seeing things, seeing the whole country from the east to west. And I just think that would be a cool experience to have. How about for you?
I don't really know. I guess that. Or go somewhere out of the country.
Yeah. Well, I know where you want to go.
Yeah, Italy. For those of you who don't know, I love Italian food, and I like those ancestry tests. Like, I want to take one just to see if I'm like a little bit Italian.
Because how much you like Italian food.
Yeah.
You do.
But
you do. But
yeah.
Do you think it's Italian or American Italian that you like?
I think it would be actual Italian. I mean, I probably only have had American Italian, except for the one time I went to an Italian restaurant in New York.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Did you get spaghetti meatballs?
Yes.
I knew it.
You just outed me. I got something really cool. I don't even remember the name of it, but it was like really good. But yes, I got spaghetti and meatballs because there's that.
There you go.
I also love lasagna.
All right. Which category do you want? About you, about me, or about us?
I'm gonna say about you.
About me?
Well, whatever the category is. It says about you. Just pick one of the questions.
Okay. If you could be an expert at anything, what would it be?
A musician.
Really?
Or specifically a singer. If I could sing, like, I would never be quiet. I would literally never be quiet.
I would be one of those people.
Yeah.
Just does runs all day.
Yeah. And the people that actually like to sing, like, I would never complain about it.
Right.
There's just people that like really like to sing and never have an issue.
Yeah.
And will do anything to sing.
Like any chance they get, they want to start singing.
Yeah. I know somebody like that, and I think it's the coolest thing ever.
That's funny. I guess I could see you do that because you kind of sing now, not like all the time, but sometimes you like sing a little something here and there.
Yeah. I mean, around the house.
That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like around the house, you just kind of do a little. It's not like all the time. But
Yeah.
I mean, everyone. So I'm not super surprised by that.
Yeah.
That's funny. Because I don't know if I would say I would really. Well, I don't. Yeah, I guess now I answered the question.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know. Something I want to be an expert in. Oh, I know something I would like to be an expert in. Carpentry and like building.
Yeah.
Woodwork to me is one of the coolest looking things. Like when I see people do it, I'm like, that is like the coolest skill. Like I want that skill set. Like I wish I could do that.
I feel like woodwork. I remember one time we tried to build two things together.
Oh yeah, it didn't work.
We tried at one point. Like I really wanted a tortoise. I still kind of do, but
I forgot about that.
I feel like Faye might eat it
probably.
So no on the tortoise right now.
Yeah.
But I really wanted a tortoise, and I was like, well, we can just build the box. And so we got like all the tools and stuff to like build the box. And both of us were just getting so frustrated because like
it's hard to build a box.
You would try to nail it through the wood, and then the wood would chip, and like it wouldn't go in straight. Then you try to drill it, and then you break the wood, and it was just not a fun experience.
It was not. It was not.
And then we also tried to build a planter, which we actually, it wasn't the most like perfect planter, but
It's still hanging around, isn't it? Isn't it some? I thought I saw it.
Yeah,
somewhere.
it's outside.
Oh, okay.
It's broken though, because Faye broke it.
Oh well, there you go.
But I have an issue with some YouTubers because when I type in DIY planter, I don't want to see power tools or like all these things. It's not DIY. That's for a carpenter or a, what is it called? Is carpenter?
Or like a contractor or something.
No, like the people that do the woodwork.
Oh yeah,
like
carpenter.
Yeah, that's what that video is for. So
Someone
you can
who
put carpenter
knows how to do
DIY. Don't just put DIY because somebody like me can't do that.
I think you can do it. You just have to learn it, and that's the thing. Like I know that I could build this stuff because I'm a human being. Other human beings do it.
Well,
but
yeah.
it's like it takes also. It's not one of those things you just pick up easily and just do if you don't have any experience with it.
And that's why I have issue with it because
they do
don't
make it seem very simple.
Yeah, they don't tell me what tools I need at the beginning. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
I need this power saw and this like machine, this garage to build this.
Right.
So, and I didn't have all of that.
But I want to do carpentry so that way I can build stuff and like build a house. That would be my ultimate goal in life, to build our house with my bare hands.
He wants to go into the woods and just cut down trees, shave them off, and build us a house.
I would love it. That would be my goal, dream goal. Homestead, have crops out there. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Look, you can do whatever you want. It's as long as I can live in it.
Yeah.
Okay, about you, about me, or about us.
About you?
When it's
But
about
me. About you, me. Because it would be me for
if you.
Wait,
No.
am I asking?
No,
You're asking.
I'm asking.
Yeah,
If
so
I say
confused.
if I say about me, that means it's about you.
Okay. Yeah, I want to do about me.
Okay.
But it's you. It was confusing me. I don't know if it's confusing anyone else.
How? Oh, this would be a good one. How have you seen me change since we've been married?
All right, this is super easy because
Easy.
I just told you this the other day, but I think the way I've seen you change the most would probably be in like your style, like fashion wise, from like when we got married or together to now. For one, you changed your hair up. You got this whole little like boho chic vibe going on. You got rid of a bunch of clothes and went to the thrift store and bought all this new stuff. But it looks really cool. I really like your new style. I mean, I still feel like you yourself. You just kind of, I guess, evolved it a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's one thing for sure. What did it say? One thing that I noticed that's different. So yeah, I guess I'll say that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Before I met him, did not care about anything. The only thing I did was probably my hair and
Your nails. I think that's all stuff you cared about.
And I did my nails, and right now I'm like, I do press-ons, but I wore my natural nails and they were super long.
That's a difference because you were really big on that.
I was big on natural hair, natural nails, natural face.
I haven't heard you say nothing about natural nails in so long.
I've been wearing press-ons for 2 years. I actually took longer than 2 years, but had my business for 2 years. But I actually took nails off earlier, and my nails were so long underneath.
Really?
And I was like, what the heck? But I was like, stay with the brand. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so
yeah,
I can see that. I did not care. I would not be wearing jeans at 8:36 at night. I still funny. Honestly wouldn't. I think I just wore jeans for the podcast.
I mean, you're at home, so
yeah.
It's like at nighttime.
Yeah.
Just talking about in general, your overall fashion is different than when we first got together.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I think one thing that I've noticed about you is I don't know. I guess I could say your style because you also not looked different, but you look different.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it was you just grew more into yourself in it, in the way you dress, the way you styled your hair. I felt like you just had more freedom, I guess.
Now or back then?
Now.
Oh, okay.
Like you were just like, I'm just gonna try it. Not that you couldn't before. I think you just were like, I don't have to impress anybody.
Wasn't that before I met you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're like whatever. I don't have to. I'm just gonna do whatever. And now but now, it's like, now I really can just do whatever, because that's how I feel. I think also in your like character, you're just more like carefree. I guess.
Yeah.
It's not. You're not like. And there's days, but you're not always like.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say.
Out. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So I think that's the biggest thing I noticed since when we first got married.
Which is pretty cool. Which most people probably wouldn't realize that about me, but that I was like not very carefree before. Most people are like, oh, he's so chill. But I guess if you really, really know me, you'd be like, oh yeah, he be getting freaked out about stuff or stressing out about things and stuff like that. So that's cool that I hadn't really thought about that, but that's changed. I mean, that's cool. Yeah.
You have a calm persona, but then I think that in your day to day, it was like you were calm, but you were like, ugh, how do I fix this? Or like, I have to be somewhere. Or I have to do this.
Always on the go type mentality. Yeah.
Right.
All right. So what category do you want?
I'll say about us. Switch it up. Hi, Faye.
Okay. For those watching, for those listening, our dog just rolled up and she's wanting to get pet right now, so she's sitting in between us and she's so rubbing her head and stuff. So we
found out that she is the smallest in her litter.
Yeah,
like extremely tiny compared to the rest of her siblings.
We were like, my goodness. Okay, how would we spend $1 million?
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I feel like if I don't say this, then you're going to be like, well, first we have to tithe and give. So I'm going to say that. And then we would probably pay off debt.
Yep.
And then probably buy land.
Yup.
And then start building.
Yup.
And then you probably would put some away for our kids.
Yup.
And I guess you would buy a car because you would be able to pay it off. We wouldn't have any debt.
Maybe.
Well, I'd get a new car. I'd get a Telluride because that's what I want.
I'll just take your car.
So I guess he'll have my car. But yeah, I think that's all. I think really just the rest of the stuff that we have, like the things that we would use that for wouldn't be like, oh, I'm going on a shopping spree, or I'm throwing away all of my stuff to get all brand new stuff. Like,
it'd be setting ourselves up.
It would just be, it would just be getting completely out of debt, which if you didn't listen to our last episode, you should, because it's good. And start building up for our future.
Part 2 to that question.
Okay.
What would you do with $5 million? What would we do with $5 million?
Probably the same. I don't think the amount really changes what we would do. Yeah. We would just have more left over.
Yeah.
But I guess at that point, I mean, obviously, practically, we'd pray about what to do with it first and foremost. But if God was like,
I mean, sure,
give the give,
whatever.
Give the give, you have the get go, like do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It would probably, then I feel like, I've kind of like said in passing, but I kind of think about it a lot, is creating or like buying an old rundown motel and making it like a cool like place, almost like how people seek out Airbnbs to stay at. Like they would seek, like when you come to this specific area, you can stay at this motel because it's only here.
Exactly. So. It's like a nice, like more upscale boutique type motel. This is show on Netflix. I think it was like a motel makeover, but it's like these two ladies who own their motels called like the June Motel, and that kind of like is what reminds me of that. Like they have this very like specific like you come here for this. It's not just a motel. Like,
Yeah.
you come here for the experience of being here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, I pretty much agree with everything you said. So I would probably answer it the same. Obviously, tithe and give is off the top. And then
I knew if I didn't say it that you would.
let's say, well, first you got to do your tithing
I
and your
know.
giving. Yeah, but I mean, I think like the general consensus, but then would be not to buy stuff just to have stuff. It would be paying off debt, getting our housing situation settled, and like put money aside, like savings, and like yes, put money aside for the kids. Then I would like want to try to invest, those things. Like I would want to make the money make more money, but then I wouldn't use the money to try to necessarily change our overall like living situation. I would want us to continue to live below our means.
Yeah.
Because that money can still run out. So, but all right, so even while we're both still working, we can just save that money up. And
I feel like the one thing about us, if you watch TikTok, you probably get that reference, but that we wouldn't look like, you wouldn't know that we got $1 million other than the fact that we would say we were out of debt, then we would start building our house.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what the heck, where'd that money come from? But like the way we look, like the way that we act, you would
just pick, you would probably just see little stuff like, oh, like you say you want a new car. Oh, you just got a new car. Like, yeah,
right.
we pay cash for it or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, cool. It wouldn't be like instant, like we just bought a mansion.
Yeah. Look at my gold chains and like, okay, well, you can have some gold chains, but it wouldn't be like, we're not flashy like people though.
Yeah, no, not like
so,
that. I do like jewelry though. I'm just gonna say I do like jewelry.
You can I'm
actually not wearing any tonight, but
you can buy the jewelry. I'm just saying,
but I wouldn't go crazy. Yeah, it wouldn't be like tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that with that. No.
Yeah.
Let's get a couple pieces here and there, but nothing like crazy.
Yeah. I feel like you say that,
but
then you would be like,
I wouldn't do it.
We could use this for like better countertops or something. I feel like that's how you would be.
I would
I would say, ooh, I like these earrings, and you would be fast
to get them for you.
To get them for me.
I get them for you.
But then like you wouldn't get it for yourself.
You'd be like, get the chain. I'm like,
I know.
Do I really need it?
I always have to almost force him to buy stuff for himself.
But the thing is, like you're saying, like it would be like little stuff that I've been wanting to do that you could have done at any time. That's not like, you wouldn't think, okay, I have $1 million now, let me go buy a new pair of shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really would be like, and you know what? I've been having the same old pair of dress shoes for the last 5 years. Let me get a nicer pair of dress shoes. You know what? Let me get a new black suit. My other black suit has been wearing out. Let me get a new black suit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be stuff like that. You'd be like, all right. You just got a couple of new things, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just with that, like if we were making millions of dollars all the time, then that probably would be a little bit different.
Yeah, but I mean, if it was like just like given to
one
us.
time 1 million, 5 million, I'm not about to start splurging on that.
Yeah,
because it's like it's a lot, but not that much.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do at least one more, but we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Alrighty, what category do you want?
About me.
So I'm reading about me.
Yes.
Okay.
Finally got this down at the end of the video.
Putting aside money or time, if I could have one thing, what would it be?
Do you have something in mind?
No, I'm just curious to see what you would say. I mean, I could come up with something. I had to think about it. I was just curious to see what you would say.
Money and time. I feel like it would be like the camera you want, but like the like top one. Like if you took away all like money and time, and you could only get one thing, you would probably
that's a solid one. I probably wouldn't have thought of that, but that's a solid answer. I think you're right in terms of things. I think you're right.
Because I don't really think of, you're just such a low-key person. Like I just feel like you don't really, the only thing I ever hear you say you want is stuff to advance what you already can do.
Mm-hmm.
So you just want like, oh, I need a new computer. I want like this cool little mouse thing to color grade with, or like things like that. It would just be it would be something
to make my
for
job
that.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the camera's a good one. I wouldn't have thought about that, but that's for sure. Like money and time not being an issue, I think it would be the camera I want. So that's pretty cool.
Do you think I would have anything?
I'm sure. I gotta think about it for a second though.
Because I'm a minimalist, you know.
I know you are a minimalist, but one thing, money and time. If it has to be a thing, the only other thing I could think of that you would really want like that is a house.
Yeah. I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
And if it was between travel and a house, which one do you think I would choose?
You would probably pick the house.
I would.
Because even though you like to travel, you like home the most. Which is odd, which is not odd, but it's funny because you want to travel a lot.
Yeah.
But you really want to be home. So I don't know how you rectify those two, but somehow you have both desires and they, I guess, don't conflict with each other.
It's like if I'm gone, then I just like as soon as I'm done with my activities, like I'm done and I want to be home.
Right.
So like the night before I have to leave, like to come home, I'm like so ready.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm packing my stuff, it's good to go.
I know. She gets so mad at me. Honestly, so mad at me. But it's so funny. You're like so like ready. You're like, are you ready? Because I'm ready to go. And I'm like, oh, I'm just kind of chilling a little bit. You're like, come on, let's go. And I'm like, you're like, did you pack? Is your stuff ready? I'm like, oh, dang, my bad. I'm just over here taking my time.
Yeah. Thanksgiving, we like were talking about when we were gonna leave, and I was like, we'll probably leave around noon. Like, you know, not rush to get out and like just take our time, which we did. But I think it was probably like 10:30. Everybody was kind of just sitting around, and I was like, the Wi-Fi sucks, we're all just sitting here, we might as well just leave.
Wow.
But we still ended up leaving at 12.
Yeah.
I love all of my family.
I don't know, they might feel differently after listening to this.
No, I do. I just am
playing.
such a homebody when it like I'm like, okay, I'm ready to be home. Like when the festivities are done, I'm ready to go. When everybody else is leaving, let's bounce. Let's not just linger.
Yeah, and I'm a lingerer.
Yeah.
So that she's always like standing at the door like this, watching like, are you ready? Can we go? And I'm just like, I'm like the, oh yeah, let's just talk, let's just kind of hang out type of person. That's kind of how I am.
It's so funny because Pastor Diana was like, you have to have that look. Like when you're ready to go, have that look. And I was like, I feel like I have the look, but you never look at me. She's like, I can feel her staring at me, so I'm just gonna
ignore it.
Ignore it and keep talking to whoever I'm talking to until I'm done with the conversation.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely can feel that when you're looking, but like I'll be like, all right, let me try to finish this conversation, and I'm not good at like, all right, gotta go.
Yeah.
But it depends. I think I'm getting a little bit better. I think I'm getting better.
You are.
Because sometimes people still be hanging around like after church, and I'm like, all right, peace out, y'all. Mm-hmm. Like, so it depends.
I think I'm good. Like, I don't like awkward like pauses. So when I'm done with the conversation, if somebody's still standing there, I will walk away. Because I'm like, why are we just sitting here staring at each other? Like, I just don't.
When I tell y'all my wife is an introvert, I'm telling y'all she is an introvert. The definition of introvert has Michaela's picture next to it.
Like, it's just like, what are we doing? Why are we just staring at each other? And it makes me feel so awkward.
That's so funny.
I just already feel awkward.
That's so funny.
So, anyways.
Oh, it's okay, baby.
Thank you.
My little homebody.
Yeah. I feel the most. I think it was DJ. He asked me, he was like, how are you? I was like, I'm good. Just a little like tired. He's like, when are you not tired? I said, when I'm at home, not around anybody. I was like, you'll catch me the most awake when I'm at my house.
Hey, that's so funny. That's mad true though, because I feel like when you're at home, you just be like doing stuff.
Yeah.
Or out, you're just kind of like, all right.
Yeah. So.
Dang. So I guess if anyone's ever felt like she wasn't trying to talk to you or something, don't take it personally. She's just trying to get home.
It is usually that. So.
Cool.
But anyways.
Guess we can wrap it up.
Yeah. everybody, thank you for watching. I hope you guys learned some stuff about us, and comment down below like an answer to one of your questions so we can get to know you guys.
That's good.
Yeah, follow our Instagram and our TikTok, and if you're listening on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and Google, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Follow us on YouTube and watch our videos.
Yeah.
But with all that said, I guess we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.
What would you like us to do together that we haven't done before?
I don't know. I know.
Okay.
Gotta keep it PG rated for the podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I guess I should say G rated because PG these days you be getting some crazy stuff on PG too. We'll put that in the bloopers.
Oh my goodness.